Hi, and thanks for tuning in to MAR Talks. This month, in honor of International Women's Day and the UN International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, our theme is revolutionary mothering. Our theme is inspired by the book with the same name, Revolutionary Mothering, Love on the Front Lines, a co-edited anthology by Mai'a Williams, Alexis, Pauline, Gumbs, and China Martens. Revolutionary Mothering explores the idea that mothering not only means taking care of one's children, but it also means building community and ensuring survival for the future generation. A generation that will stand on the shoulders of those who paved the way before them and who will continue the resistance against oppression. It's this radical act of caretaking and supporting life that is fundamental to raising kids who will become equity champions and builders of revolutionary communities of love, diversity, and inclusion. Today, we are talking with Nazma Khan, founder of the World Hijab Day organization and movement. At the age of 11, Nazma migrated to New York from Bangladesh. Growing up in the Bronx, she faced a great deal of discrimination for her head covering, also known as the hijab. In 2013, she initiated the World Hijab Day movement in order to normalize the hijab. Today, participants from approximately 190 countries take part in World Hijab Day. Apart from running her nonprofit organization, she's also a full-time mom to two beautiful children. According to her, being a mom has been the most rewarding experience of her life. Hi, Nazma. Thank you for sharing your time with us today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So for this series, we're asking each of our revolutionary mothers the same three questions. Firstly, what does revolutionary mothering mean to you?
All right, so revolutionary mothering means to me going back to the basic, which is, I always teach my son, be kind to one another, regardless of our differences. So I think that's what's missing these days, going back to the basic of being human being, bringing back the humanity, basically. Just be kind to one another. So that's what I've been teaching my son.
Wonderful. And so then in what ways do you practice revolutionary mothering with your son and with your organization?
So every day, right, I tell my son, like, how you always tell your children, I love you, I love you. You have to remind them. He's only 6 years old. I always tell him, you are the kindest human being out there. So I want to instill that as a young boy, so he will remember that. Hopefully, I'm hoping he'll remember that, and it will always echo in his head, like, I'm the kindest, so I have to be kind to one another. So that's what I've been doing from the heart. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
And what about with your organization?
Oh yeah, organization. I teach them to be human being, feel one another from the heart. Forget about this casualness, forget about being politically correct. Always be there for one another as a human being foremost, before having the work done. First ask, how are you? How was your day? Are you okay? How's the family? So that's, we just want to be nice to one another. That's what I've been doing with the organization.
Wonderful. Thank you. And so what advice do you have for those wanting to be allies and dismantlers of racism?
Like when I was growing up in the Bronx, I was just a young girl, and I faced so much discrimination for years. I wish there was someone who spoke out against what I was facing. I wish someone sat next to me and explained to me, whatever you're going through is not right. You have to speak out. I wish someone gave me the courage to speak out. I wish someone told me there is a way to speak out, or you can. So those who are speaking out against any sort of oppression, I ask them to please continue, because I don't want our next generation to face whatever we faced. To have a better, more tolerant world, we have to speak out. We have to fight any sort of oppression.
Thank you, Nazma. Words of wisdom. To find out more about World Hijab Day, head over to Nazma's website at worldhijabday.com or follow her on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at World Hijab Day. Again, thank you so much for all the revolutionary mothering that you do, both within your family and with your organization and your movement. The world needs these radical acts of love.
Thank you.